10, Tom Pelissero, he's covered the Eagles. Stacey Dales, she's with the Bears. Let's start with Tom. What do you have on the defending champs?
Well, Mike, I asked Eagles tight end Zach Ertz how they're going to handle Bears star Khalil Mack today, and Ertz said, with a lot of people. It's going to be a team effort, Ertz said, against a player the Bears will move to both sides of the line. They use him in different positions, forcing the offense to account for him and adjust. Of course, the Bears defense also has to account for Zach Ertz, who set an NFL record for tight ends this season with 116 catches, 62 of them from the slot. Ertz told me he expects the Bears are going to use outside linebackers to chip him off the line of scrimmage, try to disrupt his release. Ertz also added, I'm just trying to win. If I'm getting double-teamed or Alshon Jeffrey's getting double-teamed, we've got a lot of talent on offense, and Nick Foles has done a pretty good job getting on the ball the past 3 weeks. For more on the Bears, here's Stacey Dales.
Well, Tom, the Bears defense enters this thing with the #1 scoring defense in the NFL and a team that is ready to go. It is transition time for the Chicago Bears. Regular season to playoffs. Head coach Matt Nagy said this week, there is no comparison. It doesn't even come close to the intensity that shifts from the regular season to the playoffs. But he also noted, I love the demeanor of my team this week. They're focused, yet they're loose. They're juiced. They've actually had one of their better weeks of practices. I talked to linebacker Danny Trevathan. Remember, he won a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. We asked him in the locker room this week, what is the transition like? And he said the big key, you just can't make too many mistakes in the playoffs. You can't bounce back the same way in the playoffs when you make mistakes. You have the opportunities, but it's a short leash. They've had a good week of preparation. They're ready to go here today. Mike?
Loose and juiced. Always Stacey. That's the way you always bring it, Stacey. Thank you very much. Tom Pelissero trying to steal my thunder on Khalil Mack. We're going to talk about that coming up. Nick Foles, pretty good in the regular season. But, you know, they don't call him Nicky regular season. They call him Nicky postseason. Actually, they don't call him that either. His completion percentage, passing yards, and rating up in the playoffs. FYI, he's the only player in the Super Bowl era with a rating above 100 in his first 4 career playoff starts. That's like Hall of Fame type stuff, Colleen.
I think that's pretty good.
What did I say?
Stop. Time for Go Route, presented by Lexus. We're going to put a minute on the clock, and you guys are going to go. Here we go. First up, all right, we've talked a ton about Nick Foles, how he spreads the football around. 8 different receivers have had at least 2 catches last week. So, Steve, who's going to get the most catches today?
Well, I'm waiting for that breakout game from Golden Tate. He's been sitting around. Also with Nick Foles, they're not going to really push the ball down the field a ton like they do with Carson Wentz. So I would imagine underneath there's when Golden Tate could be able to do his thing underneath. And so I'm going to go
Showtime?
Little Showtime Tate. For me, guys, it's got to be Alshon Jeffries. I mean, as soon as Nick Foles got the starting gig, I know Alshon Jeffries did a backwards flip. And I don't even know if he can do a backwards flip. But he was excited. Think about this.
Probably.
In the last 3 weeks since Nick Foles has been the quarterback, 16 receptions, 300 yards, and a TD, leads the Philadelphia Eagles with receptions and reception yards since Nick Foles has been the quarterback. So, Nick Foles is still the quarterback, right, guys?
Absolutely.
But then I got to go with Alshon Jeffries.
Ooh, and it's his first time back playing in Chicago.
So you know he got some added motivation, you know
what I mean? Little bit. Okay, let's get some advice for Mitch Trubisky in his first playoff start. What do you think?
Hey, Mitch, you do not have to win the game alone. It's okay to punt the ball sometimes. It's okay to take a sack as long as you don't take one in the end zone. It's okay to run the football when nobody's open, dude. Just scramble sometimes. Don't make things up that you didn't do in the regular season. Just be you and everything and let the game come to you. So for all of that, don't make nothing up. Let the game come to you. You're not alone.
Oh, man, that's great advice. So for me, have fun, smile, and don't think too much. Don't try to overprocess things. Allow everything that you've done all week, all the preparation, allow that to resonate in your body. So when you have to think, you're just reacting. You've already played the game in your head so much, so when you actually get to the game, it's deja vu.
Yeah,
you know, you just walk through this all.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Go out there, roll that dice, and hit that Yahtzee.
Hey, Mitch, no pressure. You're at home.
No pressure, Mitch.
Home fans there watching you, the whole city watching every move. It's going to be okay. Don't worry
Don't
about
put
it.
that on me like
Don't
that.
go wrong. All right,
Put
Steve,
that
you're
on
up
that
here.
young fella like
Which
that.
Andy Reid protege has the edge today, Doug Peterson or Matt Nagy?
I mean, first of all, that protege that's remarkable. Doug Peterson, and what Matt Nagy has done has been remarkable. You can see their stamp on that, but I'm going with Matt Nagy just because this is only his first year. The best has come. It has yet to come. It's going to be better. He's going to get better. He's going to have another season of drafting some players,
big
free
picture,
agent.
long
I'm
term.
looking long-term, big picture. The ceiling is I mean, it's like a skyscraper.
And you think today, too?
52 floors worth of opportunity. I think today is just a sample size of what we can come to see out of Matt Nagy and the Chicago Bears.
Well, initially I was going to agree and say Matt Nagy, but so I got to disagree with you. That's why the whole point of Go Routes, so us to have different
You can
answers.
agree with me sometimes. It's okay. Come on over. Come on over.
I'm going to go with Doug Peterson.
He's inviting you
I'm going to go with Doug Peterson.
See, he got his new jacket on, so he acted brand new.
Simply because of the things that you laid out. Simply because of the things that you laid out. This is Matt Nagy's first time being in this environment, and this is Doug Peterson's second, and he has the championship pedigree around him with Nick Foles, the Nick Foles energy.
Ooh,
so you got to go with Doug Peterson.
And what is Carson Wentz thinking right now?
You said it, not me.
You know what Carson Wentz is thinking?
What?
Man, why don't y'all go ahead and let him win another one? Trade him or get him out of here so I can get my team back, because I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him winning.
I feel like that's what you're thinking.
No, I'm not.
You're sure it's fine.